Hi everyone, I am Bhumika, and today we have with us Saransh Jain. He's the founder of FinReads, which basically helps people to stay updated with all the financial highlights and everything that has been going around. And he's also a CA aspirant. He's gonna give his CA finals in the coming attempt, and he has worked with KPMG both as an article assistant and as an industrial trainee. We are thrilled to have you here with us, Saransh. Welcome to our channel.
Thank you, Bhumika. Thank you for having me here.
All right, so जो भी CA aspirant और CA यहाँ पे आता है, the first question for everyone is why did you choose CA?
Yeah. Voice is not audible, sorry.
Why did you choose CA?
So basically, it was my dream since class 10th only. I decided to do CA because I could see so many professionals around me. As my father is a practicing advocate, so basically that gave me an insight that CA is a very good and respectful job. So from there, the interest started becoming, and I actually started commerce in class 11th, and so basically the interest developed from there, and itself like so accounting was the best subject for me. So I kept on doing and doing. So after 12th, I pursued a CPT and then IPCC, and it just went on, and the journey was very smooth. It was the first attempt, CPT, IPCC, and then KPMG. So it was a very like a glamorous journey for me. So that was the thing that was keeping me alive for the CA journey.
All right, and how was your experience in KPMG?
It was absolutely great. So I joined in KPMG in 2017 as an article assistant in auditing and assurance. So that was a very quick and a very smooth selection process. And after that, I joined industrial training, transaction services, financial due diligence in Gurgaon. So that was also a great one. So I worked on different clients, like the clients were from real estate, hospitality, IT companies, and the experience overall was very learning one. And so from there itself, I came to know about the real problems that were faced by people. So from there, I invented the idea of FinReads, like where the professionals don't even have the time to review all the financial happenings and news and stuff. So basically, I invented this idea just to keep the professional and the working employees updated, like financially, from technical point of view.
All right, all right.
That was the experience that, and it was a very great learning journey because I was able to work on many clients, including new startups, and like I worked on Ola also. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so I have one question. How was your experience different in the due diligence service that you were a part of as a part of your industrial training from the usual articleship? So what was some differentiating learnings that you had?
So there were two broad differences as an article and as an industrial trainee. So as an article, I was expected to work around only the single thing that auditing. So it was a monotonous job. But in industrial training, I was actually required to apply my mind from a technical and from a fundamental point of view. So I was preparing the financials as per the due diligence formats, and I was also analyzing them. But in auditing, I was just analyzing already made financials. And secondly, the working culture in auditing and transaction services was very different, because in transaction services we really had to do a lot of work, and it was technically it was requiring us to do more research rather than just auditing, because auditing requires more of a repetitive job.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So do you agree that, like, when you're part of the industry, you get a macro view on the subjects rather than being an audit, you are very constricted to only one role. So do you agree with that?
Definitely, because when you're doing a due diligence, you have to think from all perspective rather than only the financial perspective. So when we think from that broader perspective, we have to definitely go in deep in like what transaction is all about and what are the pros and cons. We have to analyze it from different perspectives and think from like whether it's impacting somebody's income or whether it's impacting somebody's decision, rather than auditing, because in auditing we just have to think like whether it's true or fair. So that's the only thing.
Yeah, true. So, because you mentioned FinReads and how you came up with the idea, so tell us something more about what FinReads exactly is and what are you working on?
So basically, FinReads is providing a short and crisp summary of all whatever is happening in the financial worlds, be it taxation, be it legal, be it any kind of news that is impacting any personal income of any individual across India. Or you can say if it actually enables the user to take any action depending upon the information that is being circulated. So it is not giving you information that we prepare from data. Like we process the information and then we provide so that it becomes knowledgeable for the user. And that in a very short span, like if you have to check the app for 3 to 4 minutes, you can be just updated with everything rather than going through any detailed newspaper or Economic Times for maybe 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. So because you have been working in this area, and I know that a lot of people do not read newspaper or consume news the way you do. So do you have like some factors in mind that you note down, or you just keep in mind that while analyzing any subject, these are some of the things that you should look at?
Definitely. So there are a couple of factors, but the primary ones which you focus on is first, it should be relevant for the user, as in like it should definitely impact, it should be having a negative or a positive impact on the income. Secondly, it should be as relevant as like we are giving it to some child also, so that it becomes actually helpful, not just considering that the news will be consumed by only people above 25 years of age who have some knowledge about the financials. But yes, only it can be for an 18-year guy also. So we have to take that particular news keeping in mind. Thirdly, we choose only those news that are actually helping the person to take action, maybe it's from stock market. So we don't take any news that is like database. Like it cannot be only just the results of a company or that thing. So it has to be analytical in nature. So those three factors are the primary factors that we consider.
So like I want to like it would be thoda personal for you, but then are you into reading newspapers? Do you read newspapers very?
No, so when I was doing my articleship, I actually wanted to read newspaper, but the only problem was that I don't have that much time. And even if I have that much time, I have to spend on my work, on my studies, but I cannot devote a particularly 20 to 30 minutes. But right now, like when I have to write articles for my application, so uske liye I definitely have to read this newspapers a lot. So basically it takes up approximately 1 to 2 hours for me, and for the rest of the team, they definitely have to look on 24/7 on the news channels.
Yeah, that's true. Like so, it must it must be very detailed for you because you want to write an article and everything. So you spend a longer duration of your time. But then for someone who wants to start reading newspaper, or because everyone should read it, this should be an aspirational thing, but we don't do it because we don't prioritize it. So do you have any advice for C aspirants or students in general who want to start reading newspaper?
Correct. So there are actually a lot of benefits for the students who want to read news, because first of all is like if we are even preparing for an interview, we have to be updated with the latest happening. So that becomes a very challenging thing to do in 1 day or 2 days. So I would prefer like if we have to just go through any news articles or that thing, so we cannot actually read fully 24 hours in a day and then be prepared for the interview. So rather we would suggest like if you can go through the application, and it takes about 4 to 5 minutes in reading all the stories for the full day. Because secondly, it actually becomes very knowledgeable when we have to have a conversation with a group of children or students. Like so we are actually updated, so we can even express our views also. So in a group discussion when we are talking with our professionals in the office work, so we definitely need to have that kind of updation with us.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have any recommendations on the sources that you would want to refer, like for updating yourself?
So basically, we are sourcing information from Economic Times, Times of India, Bloomberg, and every possible like Financial Express, Business Insider. And so every source is actually reliable. But the thing is that they don't provide 100% accurate information. Some of them are even fake news, some of them are even rumors, and some of them are actually like paid thing also. So that becomes a challenge where the student actually do not want to invest some amount and then get the news from there. So that's the thing. But yes, we definitely have alternate sources.
Okay. And so for a student who wants to start reading the newspaper, do you have any recommendation for the newspaper like Live Mint or Economic Times or Business Standard or anything else?
So definitely. So Live Mint is one of the newspapers that we actually use in sourcing the news from where we take it. And Economic Times is also good. So there are actually very large number of newspapers that are easily available and actually very helpful.
Yeah. All right. So I think I also read the Mint every day. So I really like the Mint as well. And I think it's a great source. All right. So let's move on to some of your learnings that you had as an entrepreneur of FinReads.
Yeah, sure. Sure. So the first one was that we actually believe that the idea on which we are working is absolutely the great one, and it will be a $1 billion hit. But actually, it is not the fact. So when we are working on it, so it actually takes very lot of sweat to make that idea build just from the scratch, because we need to have a good team, we need to have good resources enough to make that idea into action. So that was the first challenge, and like the learning one was that we need to have a good number of connections with us, and which are actually very helpful. So it can be from LinkedIn, or it can be from your friend circle and or your colleagues. So that was the biggest challenge that I also faced. But yes, we are also learning. And the second one was that when we are actually making any idea into action, we need a good amount of financial resources. So that becomes a challenge. So I was doing articleship with KPMG. So by chance, I just saved some of the money and then bootstrapped the startup. So this is the biggest challenge, that everybody should keep a small amount of money while when they are actually earning, so that they can fulfill their dreams or the passion when they after quit the job or whatever their main primary source of earning is, so that they can actually invest that money into their dreams. Okay. The third one was that when we are building it, we don't have to like expect everybody to like the idea or the product that we are building, because everybody has a different opinion and they can actually not very like they also have the right to not like your product. So we have to accept the rejections from everybody. And because we are like in a very early stage, so we become reluctant to like if anybody says against our product or against our liking, so we become actually like in a fighting mode. So we should accept the negativity and we should move on from that particular thing and then try to improve on whatever is the feedback is.
That's amazing. That's really sounds like a journey. So, what is the vision of FinReach in the next 5 years or so?
So basically, FinReach is a free platform where we want to enable Indians to actually come and save their money depending upon the knowledge that we give to them. So it is actually like a 5 million people who can join us and then become financially literate and then save their money and invest their money and then can be financially benefited. The primary main is this.
Okay, that's very noble. That's very kind. And any last bit of advice for all the CA aspirants out there?
So last bit is like, if we are doing the studies, we do approximately 12 to 14 hours. But apart from this, we need to do some extracurricular activities which actually help in building our career, building our resume, or building our skills also. So that cannot be encashed right now, but it can be encashed over a period of time. So we need to build those skills. We need to build connections, so that after 5 to 6 years, when we see ourselves before, so we are able to connect ourselves and say that this is the main thing that I improved over the past years. So that's the main thing, and continuous improvement is very much required. Like in costing subject in final, we learn that Kaizen costing is there. So it means small improvement over a period of time, but small improvement actually makes a good amount of increase in the skill set, and it's highly recommended. But it does not take that much effort, but the results are very good over the period.
So we as a community fraternity is also promoting co-curricular activities with CA, because the industry is very focused on just CA. So last question from you, because you mentioned that everybody should focus on co-curriculars, and बहुत सारे students ये बोलते हैं कि CA is already too much for me and I cannot do anything with it. So what is your answer to that?
So basically, when we think about this thought, like when we have this thought, so we should consider why we joined CA, and not just because the end result is not coming. So we'll try to leave, or we'll not try to put more efforts, or we actually tend to ignore the real mistake that we have committed. So the real mistake should be actually faced and confronted. We have to improve ourselves, and we have to think like why we joined this course, and was it like according to our will, or was it according to the peer pressure or whatever it was. But we actually need to think about the reason, and if the reason is strong enough, then we have to definitely complete it, like be it like anything. So the result cannot be the result cannot shaken our foundation that has been built over the years. So that has to be very strong.
Yeah. That is really true, because so in essence what you mean is to have a backup plan, and in essence you also mean that all of us should plan long term, क्योंकि ठीक है CA बन गए, what after that? How do you differentiate yourself?
Definitely, it's a long journey, so we have to think over the period of articleship that yes, whether do I like it or whether do I don't like it. So मुझे करना क्या, मुझे ये सोचना पड़ेगा. Otherwise, after we clear CA, we'll be like एंड स्टिल हो जाएगी सारा कुछ। तो
Yeah.
हमें पहले से ही सोच के रखना है कि हमें करना क्या है, अगर नहीं पता तो द टाइम विल पास ऑन एंड वी कीप ऑन डूइंग द थिंग्स व्हाटएवर वी आर डूइंग, बट देयर इज नो प्रोग्रेस, एंड until there is a progress we, मतलब उसमें कोई मजा नहीं है, there is no growth in it. So उस चीज के लिए we have to keep on improving ourselves on a daily basis and सीखना पड़ेगा, and then अगर सीखना है तो implement भी करना है. It's not about कि हमने सीख के रख लिया तो वहीं पे खत्म हो जाए, because until and unless we encash what we have learned, then the learning is of no use.
That's true. That's true. Very, very amazing lessons for all the students regarding implementation of ideas, entrepreneurship, and so much more. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you so
Saransh.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.